So back to Adam and his beast, and they were back with the Maiden Serenade. Actually on a route now. Seem exceptionally pleased, Master Karin.
そうか、なんでじゃろうな。
I indeed wonder. Irons are swinging together as they walk. Restrained, yeah, but they nonetheless remind me of a happy puppy wagging their tail. Obon is over now, but things are still pretty lively around the shopping district. A fair share of tourists are still roaming the streets, but sightings of local folk have become more frequent. Courtships of various kinds can be spotted almost anywhere. This place is truly the land of diversity and culture. You never know what kind of encounter is waiting around the next corner. I bet someone's already seen us like this and decided to keep their distance.
おい、あまり距離を離すなよ。
Please, the weather is hot enough as it is.
どういう心境の変化かは知らぬが、そもそも重木が人前で分別がついてないのが嫌だとかのたまっておったのではないか。
You got me. Yeah, I guess I did say something like that back in the bookstore.
下の根も乾かぬうちにうい重木よ。そんなにわわわと手をつなぎたかったか。
I hate it.
貴様、わわわを傷つかぬ鉄の女とでも勘違いしておらぬか。
No, I mean the showing off in public thing. I hate stuff like that. I tend to get overly excited and forget myself. That's why I have to constantly keep myself in control.
浮かれとるのか。
Heard what I said?
浮かれとるのか。
Please don't look at me with those sparkling eyes. It's getting impossible to restrain myself. I don't think it could be any more obvious about my feelings for you, Master, and yet you never seem to get it. Even now, or yesterday when you wrote those sticky notes.
突然何を言い出す。
Womanizer, playboy, that's so childish I couldn't.
なんじゃ、実は根に持っておったのか。
Certainly was a blast from my mom, that's for sure.
一体いつまで寝ておったのだ。
Anyway, I think I deserve more trust from you.
ほう、何を見て信用しろというのじゃ。
Like during the fireworks, I was holding her hand.
似たような話が周りからわんさか出てきたが。
My intentions were completely different. You know that, right?
わからぬ。重木の言うことは全然わからぬ。
I admit it was my fault for not having conveyed my feelings in a more explicit manner. But I should have redeemed myself with my confession today. And fact that we're holding hands while strolling through the crowded neighborhood is my way of showing sincerity. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic, but she did seem like she was jealous seeing me with other girls. But the romantic chemistry between us is still...
それはわわわだって信用できるものなら信用したかったぞ。しかし他の女たちがわわわの知らぬ重木の話をどんどん
No, you're just exaggerating.
貴様は寝こけておったから知らんのだ、あの阿鼻教官を。
Now you're scaring me. But even then, it shouldn't have been much of a threat to my invincible master.
どういうことじゃ。
Master, I know you would take your place on the high ground and sneer down at them, you mortals, still bragging about that low-level stuff.
はあ、それで
I've already mated with him at least thrice.
そんな嘘つけるか。
But then I was strong with this one. Now it wouldn't mean I'd do everything within my power to calmly assess the situation. As a victim of a tragic misunderstanding myself, I've acquired the mental strength to keep tragedies like that from ever happening again.
理屈じゃないわ、あんなもの。
I suppose you somehow get into a sticky situation with some boys in class and some male customers at Mermaid. I'm confident I could hold myself back and watch. With pity, yes, that's so cool to the cucumber.
それは見守ってないで助けよ、泣くわ。
Oh, it looks like we've almost made it to the shopping district. We're finally at the end of a long series of business.
良いのではないか。特に目的地があるわけでもなし。
Let me take a leak
貴
first.
様はデリカシーのない。
Come on, it's just proof that my body's functioning normally.
手を離すからにはもう一度わわわの指をこじ開けさせてやるからな。
Despite Karin's terrifying threat, I've got no choice but to answer the call of nature. I should buy some drinks on the way back. By the chance of fate, I catch Karin grinning at her hand. The very one I was holding a moment ago. Looks like I've witnessed something I'm not supposed to.
ちょっとごめんなさい。よろしければ道をお尋ねしたいのですが。
はい、どちら。
Hello, Damo boyfriend. So much for keeping it calm. Just fucking complete robot mode like, hello, I am boyfriend. That was, let me the time to escape the cringe real quick for a little bit at least. Between Karin and the dudes.
ほら重木違う。
I hope you don't mind me asking about the business.
じゃあ道をお尋ねしてもよろしいですか？
What? That's not hitting on her?
いえ、道を。料理屋さんでマーメイドって言うらしいんですけど。
I'm so sorry you're looking for more there. I don't actually know the place very well. Karin can barely contain her laugh as she buries her face behind my back.
何が冷静。慈しむ目。必死で戻ってきよって。
後ろ何かあったんですか？
Please give it a mind. Someone's just having a good time making fun of me. Anyway, about Mermaid, I'm afraid lunch hours are almost over. After I finish the man bows.
こんなに詳しくどうもありがとうございました。
My pleasure. But please become a regular at our store, please.
それにしても仲いいんですね。
たくもどれだけワワワのことが好きなんじゃ。
After laughing for the longest time behind my back, Karin now seems to be caught up in some sort of fantasy world in her head. I don't want to get along with you, though. A big long sigh escapes my mouth. For now on, I guess I'll just wake her up from daydream with a bonk on the head. Raise my head for a chop and make sure to hold back my strength. As we continue our stroll, I just ask Karin whatever comes to mind. So what are you actually, Master?
なんじゃその身も蓋もない質問は。
Well, you have a lot going on in your lore, from being a vampire to a slider from another world, and also a demon consciousness from deep space.
ワワワはなりたいワワワになれる。可能性はいつだって無限大よ。
Well, incorporating too many genres makes your character seem half-baked, though.
重木は本当にさらっと失礼極まりないな。
It's sacrilegious. You know what? Maybe just settle on being a Tengu. That'd make quite a colorful character, I tell you.
天狗は嫌じゃ。かっこ悪い。
If any Tengu he's there, they're gonna abduct you to their mountain.
だいたいワワワは鼻が長くないし顔も赤くない。
Come on, you're also a vampire, but have you ever sucked on any blood? Not to mention, you may have been born with the potential.
才能天狗のか。
Just let me try pulling your nose real hard. Who knows, it might grow longer and your face might become red from the pain.
引っ張らせるか。
It doesn't even give it a chance. Oh, come on, just let me try it once.
嫌じゃ。
No matter
む
what.
しろ天狗の天才だった時にちゃんと責任を取ってくれるのか貴様。
I wouldn't want a monster to be my girlfriend.
重木貴様いつかワワワの闇の100万ボルトの餌食にするからな。
I guess my plan is to steal a kiss while pretending to pull your nose.
しかもなんというトラウマをワワワに植え付けようとしとるんじ
Just kidding.
ゃ。まったく困った重木じゃ。
You want me to build you a temple or something?
仙人にもならぬからな。重木は中学生の頃は何をしておった？
Middle school, huh? Spend all day playing video games. I was a kid who, liked to max out their characters' levels in RPGs, so I kept grinding dungeons even after I cleared all the quests there.
奇遇じゃな。ワワワもゲームをしていたぞ。
I mean, Minesweeper, right? Profound sadness suddenly takes over
ワ
my
ワ
heart.
ワは中学の半ばを過ぎてから覚醒したのじゃが、当初はまだ封印前に負ったアストラル体の傷が癒えてなくてな。一刻も早く完治させるために魔力増幅の念を込めた眼帯や腕を吊る三角筋をしておったわ。
Oh no.
じゃがアストラル体の傷は姉御様や親父殿には見えぬじゃろ。誤解を招いてすぐ外しなさいとよく怒られたものじゃ。
Oh yeah, if your family sees you playing Minesweeper all day in your room wearing that stuff, I'm sure they would. You should have sought the family. You have my deepest sympathies.
そういえば当時はモノクルがものすごく欲しかったな。
Monaco.
単眼鏡とか変眼鏡とも言うな。そもそもあれは魔界の工芸士が作ったものがある事情でこの世界に紛れ込んだものなのだ。あれにワワワが力を注いで焦点を異界で結んでおけばきっとワワワの治癒力も数倍になったと。
That's enough. Please no more, master.
どうした重木、そんな顔して。何か悲しいことでもあったのか？
I'm sad because of you, master. I thought of a method that could increase your power.
はあ、さすがは重木。ワワワに尽くそうとする気持ちが半端ないわ。
Let's put Jersey in front of your name.
ジャージ、スイカ、ミストスレイブイグドラシルか？
Absolutely, just having the Jersey name makes milk taste so much better. Jersey cattle are world renowned.
いや、ワワワは美味しいベクトルへのパワーアップは特に望んでおらぬのじゃが。
Everyone will know you as the much-loved Jersey girl.
それはもうワワワではないじゃろう。
My idea wasn't as well received as I hoped. And about making a name out of you. It's the fastest way to become popular these days.
いや、ワワワは人気も特に必要とはしていないのじゃが。
But we need some originality to compensate for this total mess of mediocrity.
ワワワの話を聞いてくれ。
What if I told you that one does not simply walk into the demon world?
やっぱりそれはワワワではないだろう。
The beach is now deserted, awash in the glow of the setting sun and the lapping waves. In the distance, the wind turbines slowly turn from the chill breeze.
さて、門限があるからそろそろ帰らんとな。
Also, check this. There's a certain wistfulness in our
じゃが、
voice.
その前に重木に答えておかねばならないことがあったな。
She turns face.
すまなかった。
She bows to
重
me.
木の気持ちに即答せず、そんなつもりはなかったが、結果的に今日一日もてあそんでしまった。
You threw me for a loop.
重木が待ってくれていると分かったのでな。つい甘えてしまったわ。あ、じゃがな、答えるか否かなぞと次元の低いところで迷っていたのではないぞ。どうすればワワワの思っていることをまっすぐに伝えられるのか。それだけじゃ何を言っても足りなくて後悔する気がしてな。
I'm ready for anything, you
言
know.
葉をたくさん重ねたところでむしろワワワの本心から離れていく気がする。ワワワ自身、己の真なる願望を分かっていないのだ。じゃがな、これだけは揺るぎないと断言できる。
She raised her face to look at me
よ
again.
いか、心して聞くのじゃぞ。
Such a sad thing to declare. She takes in a deep breath. Before that,
こんな時に出花までくじくか。
but it has to be now. Please take off your shoes and socks, master.
なんじゃ、やぶこらぼうに。
And we need a place for you to sit. The high ground over there seems perfect. No moonlight, unfortunately, because of your curfew, but sunset's moody enough, right?
おい、重木？
You said it was the ideal, and I'm making it happen. He's actually going to kiss her foot. Fucking weirdo! I don't remember the exact words, but it has to be under the moonlight with me kissing her naked foot while making an oath to be with you forever, right? I just learned that this morning.
あんな歌話を覚えておったのか。
Man has to grant the wish of the girl he loves, no matter how silly it may be. A crown made of clovers, a big white house on the hill, anything within my power.
しかし貴様、男としての矜持とかだな。
Getting to be barefoot of the girl I love? Sounds exciting, doesn't it? I will fucking end you. She's angry, that's for sure, but more than anything, she seems confused. She may have been fantasizing or joking to him, but I see no problem turning it into reality. I may not fit into such a picturesque scene, but Connor's just pretty enough to make up for what I lack. Also, my pride as a man has nothing to do with this case. If Connor truly wants to become my master, then she has to commit to the bit. Not to mention, there's no one here but us. In other words, now's the perfect chance to do it. Let us be off to the high ground. I can carry if you want, my princess.
もうよい。
You don't have to hold back, you know.
遠慮なんかではない。ワワワの本心、真なる願望がやっと分かったのじゃ。
And why do you look so sad?
重木、わわわを抱きしめよ。
Look at her eyes, not believing what I just heard.
聞こえなかったのか。
Her face is just as red as she was when she was angry. But can I really?
早くせえ。
Leg feels weird there. Almost feels like there's a wound, but there's not. Yeah, look, there. It looks like nothing's wrong, but it feels like there's like an old wound that's already been like fucking, that already had like scab over it, and then just, well, not quite scabbed. Okay. Then, as if handling the most fragile thing ever, I gently wrap my arms around her. You know, this CG vaguely makes her look like Noir. Considering, like, they're making a new mainline Habit of Tunia. This feels topical. So sweet fragrance from her long black hair. Her body is much more slender than I imagined. My teenage brain can't even come up with an appropriate comment because it's stuck by the irrational fear that I may somehow break it.
何を怖がっておる。もっと強く、痛いくらい抱きしめよ。
She whispers directly to my ear. It's a faint, muffled whisper. I can't resist her. My brain becomes numb as I blindly follow her words. Now they're more than words to me. Her wish has become my desire, my longing. As I hug her tighter, the sensation of her round, well-shaped breast pressing against my abdomen becomes more prominent. My body stiffens with nervousness. The stress bearer groans as I'm pulled back to reality and immediately loose my arms. Are you okay?
こら、重木、誰が話していいと命じた。
But
せっかく満たされた気持ちになっておったのに。
Huh?
なんでもない。
kind of forcefully changes the
それよ
topic.
り重木、次はキスをするぞ。
What?
文句があるのか。
But we're still... She's been taking a very authoritative attitude towards me, and yet her face remains red. There's restlessness in her eyes. I suppose I should be grateful and take up the offer. Her face immediately brightens with happiness. It fills me with bliss, but at the same time fear, because my reason can only handle so
重
much.
木からキスをしてこい。恐る恐るしてこい。
It's quite a difficult order. My heart feels like it's about to explode as I round my face close to hers. There's a very faint sensation of her breath on my skin, and of her lips.
顔近すぎじゃなくて、もう少しだけ心の準備をだな。
Now the sensation of her lips touching mine, albeit in a slightly forceful way. We kiss, the first time. Learn the softness of a girl's lips. For the first time, I learned the joy of kissing the person you love. It goes beyond any expectations I had. Both my mind and heart are full. Just me and her, and the outside world becomes insignificant. I don't know how much time has passed. At some point, our lips part as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Struggling against the desire to kiss her even more, my brain gradually starts working again. First thing it processes is my curiosity. I want to know what kind of face Karin is making. I try to brush away the lingering excitement and pull myself back. By the time there's enough distance for us to gaze at each other,
まったく、力ずくと。
Karin grumbles with a face that feels like she's trying to hide her
じゃ
embarrassment.
がな、重木。わわわはお前が好きだ。やっと言えたぞ。
That said, her lips bloom into a smile.
よし、送信と。電源も切っておかねばな。ごめんなさい。お父さん、お母さん、お姉ちゃん。でも。
Something wrong? Sent to my room, Karin greets me, surprised.
いや、気配がなかったので少々びっくり。わわわがびっくりなどするものか。
You could stop the act now, please.
それで守備はどうじゃった？
I've got a problem.
静かに勉強でもやっておったか？
No, I don't think so. The lights were out. Maybe she's helping in the store or went to Mizuka's
では
place.
やばいというのは
I can't find any excuse to put it off.
それならワワワも同じじゃ。門限に遅れると連絡しておいた。裏山の公園の猫の集会に参加を要請されたからと。
And they let you. Thought her family's supposed to be ultra strict.
みんな快諾してくれた。姉御様などボスの島袋によろしくと言っておった。
You just came up with that name, didn't you?
それより障害がなくなってやばいとはどういうことじゃ。まさかおじけづいたのか。
No, I just feel like we're rushing things too much.
無言でワワワの手を引いてここまで連れてきたくせに。
Sorry. It's just so cute, couldn't think
勘
straight.
違いするなバカ者。嬉しかったぞ。暗くなった夜道を重木が少し強引にワワワの手を引いてズンズンと歩いていく。重木にしては珍しくワワワの不調を考えてくれなかったな。遅れないようにするのに一生懸命になってしまった。重木の余裕のなさがよーくわかった。
So I'm not blaming.
重木もドキドキしてくれているのだな。
I'm ashamed of
重
myself.
木、ワワワの気持ちはここにいる事実、それが全てじゃ。じゃがな、自分でもわがままだと思うが、重木にははっきりと言ってほしい。
She still has such massive fucking Nero vibes in the way she talks. Like, I expect you to fucking start screaming about the Praetor. Oh wow. Like I randomly got curious and wow, fucking the VA of Nero also voices Cagliostro in fucking Grand Blue Fantasy. Anyone else recognize? Fucking Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura apparently in some iterations. Wow, what absolute fucking iconic character dating sim heroine from Saekano. Apparently she voices Electra in Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny, and fucking Euclid and This Is a Zombie. Anyways, the main reason why I'm doing this is like I highly doubt it's actually the case, but it feels so in line that I almost have to make sure, even if I know it's not going to be the case. Yeah, no, it isn't, of course. It would be funny though. She fucking voiced Sita in the fucking Fire Emblem anime. There's something new every day, and that's gross frontline porn. Okay. I forgot that I had a Guildwood page for Eonsung still open. Don't question me. Anyways, Karin, my girlfriend, is looking up into my eyes as if begging me.
ダメか?
That's my job. Can't grant a request, only because it's wrong for her to make such a request in the first place. It's my duty as a man to say it. I want you, Karin. I want to make love with you. And fill in what I couldn't convey through words with a kiss. But it's still not enough. Force out the falls to the bed with a 6-year-old attempt to escape, but I can't let her. I get on top of her. Look like he's trying to resist. She might be confused, not knowing what to do. Get exhausted as Karin looks.
よかろう。わわわのすべてを重木。貴様だけに捧げよう。この夜を。永遠にしてくれ。
Light in her eyes tells me it's time to take the next step. Technically, this is fine. Except it fucking isn't, because his hands are not placed appropriately. See you after the 8th scene. They done fucking, and the first thing she says while naked still is, why are you turning the light off now and not before we did it? Did you have any idea how embarrassing it was for me, right?
おい、
You, is that how I
今のはまさかわわわの真似。
Karin says. But you were supremely adorable.
やかま
Shut up, Karin says. Karin squawks at me, still unable to hide her happiness. Darkness suits the mood better, huh?
ハードボイルドにタバコでも吸うの
A
か
cigarette like a hard-boiled fellow in the movies, Karin says. Nah, actually, I'm just so drained, my eyes couldn't bear the light.
ただのおじい
So
ちゃ
you're
んで
just
は
a
ないか。
soft-stage geezer, Karin says. The wind certainly feels nice after a good workout. Being the responsible boyfriend I am, I'm very carefully wiped away all the semen on her body. Karin almost cried from embarrassment, but that's another story. Now we're just enjoying the fresh air from the window while letting the lingering pleasure set in. Are you sure you don't need to use the shower?
よい、
I'm fine, Karin says.
わわわの行動
No,
が
you
行
only
動
want
だ
the
っ
best
た
for
ので
me,
な。
but I do this by
最優
choice,
先
Karin
じゃ
says.
が、今のわわわはそれだけで十分じゃ。
Karin says. Oh, but kind of smelly in a spermy kind of way.
誰のせいじゃ
Whose fault do you think that is? Karin says. She quickly pulls out a perfume and starts spraying all over her body like there's no tomorrow.
どうじゃ。
I was just joking. She said, better now, by the way. What? Karin says. To prove that I'm not lying, I wrap my arms around her and embrace her. It's too late to prove anything now that I've used my perfume, Karin says. I mean, but it's the truth that you don't smell at all now. And to be more honest, I only told that joke to hide my embarrassment. I simply couldn't keep a calm face after her previous remark.
だいた
You
い
should have
シ
told
ャ
me
ワー
to
を
take a
勧め
shower
るな
before
ら
we did
なぜ
it,
こ
Karin
う。
says. Well, I don't think either of us had the leeway to think about something like that at the time.
じゃが、
But I'm sure you
思い
weren't,
返し
Karin says. Don't worry, if anything, the smell of your sweat gets me going even more.
わわわが聞き
Say
づらか
that
った
with
こ
a
と
straight
は、
face. You're
しかも
pleased that
変
you're
態の
being
カミングアウ
exposed,
ト。
Karin says. Master Karin seems to have fallen into despair, wondering who she should blame for her boyfriend's awakening to a new kink. Speaking of pervs, can I ask you something?
絶対嫌に決まっとるじゃ
I
ん。
don't want to hear any
そんな
questions
ふりの
related to that
質
kind
問
of。topic, Karin says. Is today a safe day? That question has been on my mind this whole time.
大丈夫とは
What do you mean by safe? Karin says. Well, that's a term girls usually use to share their boyfriends, right? Don't worry, today's a safe day, something like that.
注目。
Servant, Karin says. Master Karin shows me a big smile and continues.
ゲームか
Where did you learn that? From games, manga, maybe light
わわわの
novels? Be a
重
good
木たるも
servant
の。
and spit it
その
out,
辺は
Karin
やか。
says. Did I just dig my own grave? I stepped on a landmine.
安
Well, you
心
have
せ。
nothing to worry about. I'm not
とい
sure
う
if
の
that's the right way to
正
put
しい
it,
かどう
though,
かは。
Karin says. What do you mean?
わわわら闇の眷
The
属は
millions of
耐
darkness
性
that
では
myself
ない。
don't reproduce
血を
without
吸う
body
際にウイル
when
ス
it
に似
consumes
た
blood
特殊な
directly
成
through
分
my
を。
skin, the substance much like a virus. Please spare me the lore.
う
Karin is vividly shaken.
ーん。注目。
Lend me your ears.
耳を
Karin
貸せ。
says. There's no one but us here.
いいから
Anyways, don't tell anybody
誰に
about
も言う
this,
でな。
Karin says.
わわわはまだ来ていない。
Oh no. Still haven't had my period yet, Karin whispers. You mean... What? With boobs like these?
おっぱいわかん
Don't bring my boobs into this, Karin says. Karin squawks at me while covering her breasts with her hands. I say, thank you for accepting me.
だからどこに向かって言ってお
You're
る
talking to me, right? Karin says. Whoopsie. I forcefully raised my eyes up from her chest.
まあ
Geez, I know you're
中
just
国のめんどくさい
trying to hide your
照れ隠しだとは
embarrassment and
わ
all,
かる
Karin says. But
た
don't
ま
forget
に
to
は
show me some love
ちゃん
from
と
time
わ
to
わわ
time,
を
Karin says. It scares me to realize how much I may lose control of myself whenever you're with me. Then we kiss, over and over again. And the more we kiss, the more we become addicted to it. Lads, I think the game is about to be over because the main character dies. Uh-oh.
どうした重木
Maybe I'm just tired, but I think I just saw your sister standing over there with a really scary smile on her face.
実は重木に悲しいお知らせがある
Do I really have to hear it?
門限に遅れると連絡したら家族が快諾してくれたという話あれは嘘じゃ
What?
正しくは一方的にメールを送りつけて電源を切っていたしからばあれは当然の報いと言える重木
I've got a call. I should go home as soon as possible and warm my body up properly before going to bed.
下手なくしゃみして何聞こえなかったふりをしとるのじゃ
Good heavens, what a chill in the air.
バカを言うな予報では今晩も熱帯夜じゃとああ帰るまでずっと繋いどこうと約束したてよ貴様話しよった
Promise my ass that was totally a honey trap. You tricked me.
大体誰のせいでこんな歩きづらいことになってると思っとる
Both. We're both responsible. May have overdone it, but that was because he was too cute.
主を主とも思わぬ暴言の数々貴様もう許さぬぞ
If that's what you want, we're gonna settle everything here now.
だがわわわたちの人知を超えた戦闘で罪のない一般の人間を巻き込んでしまうのは好まぬな
Very well, then let's do it at the beach where no one will be around. Thus, we proceed to turn around, heading toward the beach. And...
はーいカリンと七里くんの寸劇がものすごく面白いことは分かりましたからいい加減私のお説教を聞いていただけますか
ごめんなさい
me too.
いいですか私は門限に遅れたことを怒っているのではありませんいえそれもいけないことではありますが叱られることだと理解した上で連絡を受け付けようとせずやり過ごだいたい七里くんも七里くんです確かにカリンのことをお願いしたのは私です怒る資格はないかもしれません感謝もしていますけれどこんな時間まで一緒に
Scolding lasts for a long time. Another everyday kind of day.
重木貴様中国語何級じゃ
Me? Honest, I haven't put any points into it.
実はわわわはゆうべ中国語を少し思い出してな
I was about to think, like, is that a skirt from, like, the background going out down there? Who's that? Then I saw the massive fucking hands, and it's just like, oh, no, Toto. What? I still don't know why they gave the Norototo characters just fucking hands the size of continents. Every single design because of that in that game is grappler coded. Every character in Norototo mains Potemkin. Fucking Potemkin Zamgief mains. Lost your memory?
もう700-800年ほど前になるか大陸を根城にしておった頃の乾いた赤い風が懐かしいわい
Master's doing a trademark bazillion yards
ドイツ
there.
と月にも行った
So ist dann rede mal. Was? Ist unbedingt der Deutschland was, dann fangen wir zum Reden, Leidl. Komm schon. Bist du ein Kunstmadel? Absolut zwei, hey. whatever. The Chinese language has multiple dialects, right? Like Pekingese, Shanghainese, Cantonese.
わわの頃は随一本じゃった。
Oh, that's a shocker. Isn't that like 1,000 years off? Guess she doesn't care. Good thing I speak Karin-Route now. She must have learned some Chinese phrases from an anime last night, and now she wants to show it off. Anyone who has spent 30 seconds with her can easily arrive at that conclusion. Karin is super impressionable.
その思い出した中にわわわから重木に送るにふさわしい言葉があってな。
Ho ho!
この卑しい打剣目がという意味なのじゃが。
Certainly a practical term, and any beginner of the language would be interested to learn. Why does she look so darn happy? Is it that fun to insult me on a global scale?
行くぞ。おーいに。
Ich liebe dich.
ひりべてひ？わわわはそんなことは言っておらぬ。何を聞いておったのじゃ重木は。
I'm pretty sure that's the equivalent of the equivalent German phrase for what she said, though.
おーいに。
Your pathetic, pitiful dog is at your service, master.
そうじゃ。おーいに。おーいに。
The girl is ridiculing me, endearingly, I'd say, since she's all giddy. Kinda sounds like a cat. I stand dumbfounded. How am I even supposed to react to that?
そうじゃそうじゃ。忘れておったわ。
Did you remember something? Yes, like the real meaning of what I need?
中国語で申し訳ございませんでしたご主人様。あ、ウォーレモディアよというのじゃ。中木もわわわに怒られているのだからちゃんと反省せ。
I know. Yeah, it's not that hard to
おー
tell.
いに。
So do I. I'm more than certain.
もう一回だ重木。
Master's thirsty for my love right now. A more than healthy dose of interaction from her every day never seems enough to her. And one more thing, before that,
なんじゃこれからという時に。
I don't need to learn Chinese to know what Aini means. You may have a problem if she seriously thinks I don't know what that means.
さて、わわは仕事の続きが。
Come with me, you're in dire need of some supplemental lessons. Seems to be under the weather, so I'll take her to get some aspirin.
おい、
そうなの？今日雨で暇だし、もし辛かったらそのまま上がる？
Nah, it's not that serious. Can you handle the store by yourself for a bit?
それは別にいいけど、どうして匠が答えるわけ
？1 minute later. Oh, mine are fine. I'm back.
ちょっと早くない？かりんちゃん大丈夫なの？
力がみなぎってきておる。
え？
今となってはもはや力の制御を失敗し、運ぶ料理もろとも店を蒸発させないかが心配じゃ。マーメイドの平和はわわわに任せてもらおう。
Kind of is making a lot of sense, but at least she's vigorously pit-patting towards the sewers
よ
area.
くわかんないけど心配いらないみたいね。
The power of aspirin, you know. Administered orally in a passionate manner, that is. Hiccups like today's do happen once in a while, but overall I'm confident that our relationship is developing with decency and moderation.
でもかりんちゃん、最近体調が悪くなりすぎじゃない？
As I said, once in a while.
その度に匠がついてってご機嫌になって帰ってくるし。ねえ匠くん、何か心当たりない？いつまでも顔を背けてないでこっちを見よっか、マナ息子。
You asked too many questions. On that note, the eventful summer eventually comes to an end. It's the start of a new school term. She's come all right. Door isn't locked.
遅いぞ重木。
It's become a habit of us together here at our ever-deserted literary club room during the short break in the morning. The reason is, I finished the book you lent me the other day. Wave the book around and give it a back to her. The rival of the heroine was heart-achingly adorable.
そうじゃろ。あの作品では一番人気だからな。
Jeez, it went way beyond my expectations. Yeah, just the power battles were engaging, alright, but it was the whimsical slice of life scenes that truly shined. Yep.
まあ日常系は市場的にはやり尽くして若干縮小気味っぽい傾向もある気はするがな。
Especially the blondie one. She really spiced up the character interaction when they introduced her.
金髪
She acts all tough but cries whenever she's cornered emotionally. That really got me going.
褒めすぎじゃろ。
What?
なんじゃそれは異能で無口で黒髪のワワワを遠回しに批判しとるのか。ワワワじゃ不満か。
Can you try to be a little reasonable here? Paranoia is over the top, and did you really refer to herself as being quiet?
だって重木がだな。もしかして今こそ泣けということか。
That's not what I was saying.
まあ半分冗談じゃ。二次元相手に見境をなくすほどワワワはみっともなくないわ。
I sure would like to hear about the half that wasn't the joke, especially with the authoritative attitude. So authoritative attitude she's putting
では
on.
明日にでも続刊を持ってくるとしよう。
That's good. I'll collect the whole series myself, so recommend me another title instead.
重木めすっかりワワワの虜よな。
Well, I'm going back to class.
待て
Let me correct one thing. I just fell for the book you lent me, not you, man.
違うボケを処理してけと言ったのでは。何がボケか。
You were wrong, because I already fell for you a long time ago.
そうか。まあ知っておったが。
Alright, so
だから本題がまだじゃろ。
indeed, we aren't here each day just to do book reviews.
なんじゃそんなに嫌なのか。
Hate would be a strong word, too strong a word, but I reckon I should protest once in a while to make sure you don't mistake my silence as a sign of appreciation.
長い。
Please at least try to understand it. Despite my outward discontent, I turn around to her because her straight as a die demeanor is far too amusing to miss. Was said to hide, I was shamelessly trying to get a rise out
ワ
of
ワ
her.
ワとの魂結合契約の術式を重木に馴染むまで重ねておるだけじゃろうが。恋仲にもなったことだからな。
You can act all bashful if you want, but let me remind you that kind of ritual you mentioned is supposed to be performed with a magic circle or rune characters. And absolutely not by scribbling your name on other people's skin.
自分の持ち物には自分の名前を書くじゃろ。
Didn't you just say we're a couple? Yes, this ridiculous ritual is what we've been performing every morning as of late. It was originally just an excuse to see each other in the morning, but it has since degenerated into the realm of kink.
重木、今日は体育の授業は？
I'm thankful for your consideration, but it'd be best if you went without.
今さらつべこべ言うでない。体育あるのかないのか。
I don't, but this time I'm gonna resist until the very end.
重木、届かぬからちとしゃがんでくれ。
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually enjoying this, so perhaps I'm already a goner. I can feel her body pressed tightly against mine and the ticklish sensation of her touch. Then it suddenly dawns on me. Is this her way of putting a chastity belt on me? To keep me from cheating on her?
かけたぞ。
Let me see. As always, I check with the mirror. Why'd you even bother to ask about PE if you were gonna ride on the spot since the start? On my neck, around on the spot where vampires tend to bite their victims, she wrote property of Shirasato Karin vertically in eye-popping red ink. Everyone's so gonna notice
後
this.
で絆創膏をやるから隠すがよい。それより読めたら声に出して聞かせてみよ。
Karin Shirasato of property.
なんでワワワがヤマトタケル風になっておる。
What's this about a fucking Yamato Takeru? I heard that. Whatever. Why'd you go with something so blatant today? Karin always tries to catch her by surprise.
別にたまたま今日が乗っただけじゃ。
What a curious direction we're headed. Don't tell me you're still jealous of our fictional character.
注目。貴様、図に乗っておると全身に細かく白里かりん命と書かれた耳なし法一状態にしてくれるぞ。
Oh, you threatened me because I hit the mark?
やかましい。
I did hit the mark, didn't I? You know what? Something's been on my mind lately.
言ってみよ。
You've been telling people your true name every time you introduce yourself. Isn't that dangerous? Demons always gets banished to hell after their true names are discovered, right? Am I wrong? That's Karin? The laughter is kind of spooky.
そうじゃな。重木との魂結合契約の際にどうやらワワワの人格情報が混戦しておったようじゃ。
Oh no, does that mean I'm infected now?
よって二度とこのようなミスを起こさぬようワワワもしっかり反復し刻んでおかねばなるまい。
Kind of gives a sinister smile with a vice grip on the pen in her hand. Her words don't make a lot of sense, but I think I've grown enough to be able to tell what she's up to. The real reason being...
重木はワワワの触れてはいけない一番柔らかい場所をいじりおった。人はそれを激鱗と呼ぶ。
You're taking it out on me!
高一、諦めてワワワの名前の練習用紙になれ。
Wait, who even am I anymore?
抵抗は許さぬ。ワワワになされるがままになれ。
Ah!
良いではないか、良いではないか。
Pushes me down and forcefully unbuttons my shirt. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I just need a little water to wash away anything she is leaving on my body. I'm sure she'll get bored of doing it soon. Yeah, this agony won't last forever. However, reality is surprisingly cruel.
よれか？
A lot more patient than I thought. In the end, the agony lasted for almost 10 minutes. She managed to cover most of my abdomen with lines and lines of her name. To be honest, though, the real agony was having to resist the urge to do indecent things while she was sitting on top of me. Oh man, what would have happened if this school decided to hold a surprise physical exam today?
朝ごはんを抜いてきてない女子から暴動が起こるだけじゃろ。
I'll never understand why girls are so overly conscious about their weight. By the way, I don't think schools are allowed to be that unpredictable.
それに、もし見られたとしても、
People found out and then what?
ワワワの名は一般人には知られておらぬゆえ、重木が変な人にされるだけじゃ。
Give me a break. It's gonna take a long time to clean my body tonight. After school.
今日の部活はそろそろシーズンも終わりだし、プール納めにしよっか。ってどうしたのタクミ、机に頭突きなんかして。
ワワワ様までユニゾンして。
Well, I'm just excited. It's been a while, I guess.
ワワワも似たようなものじゃ。どうして二人とも疑問系？みずかちゃんもなっちゃってるよ。
Jokes aside, the busy summer must have taken its toll, but I've been consciously avoiding any productive activities ever since school started. And like the wise man once said, lazy body corrupts the mind. It's only logically that I've forgotten about the whole club thing.
じゃあタクミとワワワ様はインプール大賛成として、他のみんなはどう？
どうするんじゃ重木。
Very culprit who brutally molested me this morning is now visibly shaken as she whispers to me. The reason's obvious, I guess. These mortals know her name, and there's no way to escape the consequences of a crime. Karin wouldn't be the only one in hot water either. Not only would our relationship be exposed, but these people are going to have a blast speculating how intimate we are. There's a lot to gather from a text-filled body right after school, but I'm sure their imaginations would go wild with even more steamy ideas. Hold on, we're pretty screwed, aren't we? How did I not see this coming? Oh dear. Must have been so blinded by love. Not a chance.
重木
We gotta avoid it at all costs.
じゃな。
何？久々に遊泳部部長と水泳部部長のいさかいでも勃発させちゃう？
ああ、それなんか懐かしいね。
The Shiona and her Melanist have brought peace to the war between the two
い
clubs.
え、私はもう引退して元部長ですし、でもだからこそ引退したからと後輩たちの前で遊んでいる姿を見せるのは示しがつかないと言いますか。
Oh yeah, that would totally ruin the impression they have of you. Got that right. Huh? How did it end like this?
いや、なんだか発言に少し唐突感があったんじゃないかな。
Sorry about that. So desperate to repeal the pool plan that I fell flat on the face trying to insert myself into the conversation.
下手くそめ。
How bad?
次の機会があったらワワワがうまくやる。
I really don't think you should.
まあ水泳部のことなら大丈夫。今日は活動がないってちゃんと裏を取ってますから。
そうですか。それでしたらお心遣いありがとうございます。
水着姿を見られるのが苦手な先輩には余計なお世話だったかもしれませんけどね。
恥ずかしいのは我慢してます。
でも今日は水着か。そうじゃ、水着がないではないか。
Wow, this is going to fail spectacularly. Can't resist the urge to bury my head in my hands.
せっかく悠久なる泉で傷ついた翼を癒せる機会に巡り会えたと思ったが、肝心の水着がないとは。おのれ、サタンのしもべね。
All he just sucked out of the room, freezing all gang in place. Where did those minions of Satan even come from?
まさかこんなことで水浴びが叶わぬとは。
あるよ。水着は用意できる。以前もそうしたことがあったからね。
She did, didn't she? That was before Shion transferred to our school. Karin wasn't a club member then, so of course she didn't know about it.
そうなのか。やったー。
That was the most depressing yeah I've ever heard. If anything, it only makes the awkward mood she's created even more painful.
っていうか、もしかしてワワワ様プールに入りたくないんじゃ。
もしくは入りたいけど入れない理由でもあるとかね。
Oh, simply too obvious for these people to not realize.
バカを言うでない。わわはそんな。
Jeez, can't you just think of some random reason and go along with them? By the way, Connor showing some skin isn't the problem. It's me. Even if she finds an excuse to stay to the pool, it won't change anything. Guess I'm the only one who can turn fate around now.
もしかしてカリンちゃん。
Music paused for a moment to signal me to stay away.
みんな、ちょっとこっちに顔を寄せてくれるかな。
Then
もう、
come.
ターくんはダメ。女の子だけ。私の顔見てダメだって分かってくれたくせに。
She then proceeds to push me away with both hands. Knew you were going to turn this into a PE classroom.
どうして分かったの？
Elementary, my dear childhood friend. The uniquely awkward air Mizuga gave off, and of course everything else about her, pretty much gave the whole thing away. He's going to be talking about the monthly business. Nonetheless, considering how master has had to go through such an experience, I reckon I should help her keep it a secret. My thoughtfulness seems to have failed to reach her, though. Your own question is staring at me sullenly. I know that face. She doesn't like the childhood friend-esque intimacy Mizuga and I are emanating. Her intense love is giving me shivers, but I can't afford to stop now. I'm not sure about Master Karin, but I actually can't go to the pool today, sorry.
どうして？
God, I had a bit of an injury.
ちょっと大丈夫なんですか？
I was hoping for a chance to retrieve without this kind of attention, but in retrospect, maybe I should have made it clear from the beginning. A lie is a lie, though. I'm guilty of making them work.
どこを怪我したんだい？ちゃんと治療はしたんだろうね。
From my chest and belly, yes. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. One of the tricks to tell a convincing lie is to mix some truth, so I've
胸から女。
どうしてそのようなところを？
just some scratches from a cheeky cat. Ah, she's glaring at me. So much love.
服を引き裂かれる勢いだったのかい？
I get a feeling that my lie is already falling apart.
ってことは匠、その首筋の絆創膏も猫の引っかき傷？
Yeah, of course. Constantly raised my head to cover the bandage. Miyobi's Hawkeye must have triggered it. Miyobi's Hawkeyes have somehow triggered my instincts, but I have to give her credit. They do seem like they can see through a piece of fabric.
というか、その位置ってさ、
やっぱり思った？
じゃないかな。
Me? What? What are you talking about?
匠、君それもしかしてさ、キスマークを隠してない？
What? Chaos ensues. No way, no how. Absolutely not. I'd never.
確か朝一緒に登校した時にはありませんでした。1時間目の休み時間の時にはもうあったような。
その間に校内で猫は嘘っぽいね。
だから子猫ちゃん的な意味なんでしょ？
不潔。
Could you people please stop making such ridiculous speculations? They're getting closer and closer to the truth!
匠、信じてないわけじゃないんだけど、絆創膏をちょっとめくってみてくれないかな。
What kind of trust is that? Please stop worrying about me and just go to the pool by yourselves. Slowly back away, but...
匠を置いてなんていけない！だって私たちみんなで遊泳部じゃない！
The distance between us is slowly closing. I'm fine, super fine, just go enjoy yourselves!
無理よ。私たちにはもうプ るよりも大切な使命ができたから。
What mission?
匠の首筋に残されたキスマークというガラスの靴を手がかりに、そのマーキングに合う唇シンデレラを探すの。
I already told you it's not a
た
hickey!
だの引っかき傷ならなんで見せられないのよ。
As the demon seal decides super scary, he'll start chanting all kinds of evil stuff if I remove this bandage. I'm getting dumber by the second.
私そういうの好きだよ。
Actually, it's just my evil twin! I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about
ほ
anymore.
ら、匠の言ってることがブレ始めてるわよ。どこからどこまでが嘘にゃのかしらね。
匠さん、ダーコン、
七里く
Stop adding fuel to the fire!
ん、だいたい匠がまだこの場に残っているのもおかしいよね。
What do you mean?
もしこれが無茶苦茶な話をふっかけられているなら、とっくに逃げ出したっていいはずなのに。
That's because I have nothing to hide from you.
さては逃げられない理由があるんじゃないのかな。心残りというか後の言いたいことはわかるよね。
なるほど。もしかしたらこの中にキスマークをつけた猫がいるかもしれないってことね。
まずは確認しないとね。現物を。
匠さん、ダークン、
七里くん、
Whoops. Spilled a little bit. Why you people look at me like that?
いや、みんなその辺にしてな、少しは
You gave yourself away!
やるのも。
わわわ様、もしかして匠をかばっているのでは。
季節は秋だというのに、中木風情がどこぞのメス猫と今さら発情期か。発情猫
め。Todd and I are both desperately trying to keep our little secret, and her attempts at concealing it seem somewhat excessive.
ごめんね、ダークン。
Whoa! I barely managed to dodge Vizca's sudden swipe on my bandage. Vizca, we've been friends all our lives.
あ、後ろ、匠さん、
Not you too, Shione! I do a barrel roll, deftly avoiding Shione's
い
backstab.
らっしゃい、七里くん。
No! I crawl on the floor like an insect to get away from her.
いつもながら私の時だけ対応が違いません？
Because you scary.
本気の逃げでしたよ。
本気の逃げでしたね。
ガイアうるさいです。
Oh god, they're getting serious. I'm so fucked if I don't act now.
なあ、本当に逃げた。
I decide to find shelter somewhere for a while until the storm passes. Duh. Used to manage to erase her name from my neck while running away. Still took a photo of it beforehand for some reason. For now, but now they're going to be even more suspicious. It's a good chance they'll check my whole body for evidence. It means I have to erase the writing before going back. Gotta find a place where I can take off my clothes. Usually the men's room would be my best bet, but even that isn't safe as long as Miyabi's on their side. Either way, there's somewhere I need to be first.
重木。
I knew she'd be here for me. As soon as I enter the room, I throw my arms around, wide open for a hug. You think anyone's hiding around here?
人の気配はしなかったが、重木、貴様わわわ押しのけおったな。
Only because you totally got carried away.
今回の件はわわわもすまぬと思っているのだ。
You feel sorry? No, that's something you don't hear every day.
茶化すでないわ。主として重木を救えなかった無力感が身に応えた。
I don't think that's the problem here. To be honest, I don't blame her at all, considering how we're both responsible for what happened. Not to mention, if she tried to help me, maybe things would have ended even worse. Anyways, I'll try to wipe off the ink on my body. I already cleaned your writing on my neck.
そうだな。契約のことは気に病まなくてよいぞ。
Not that I was thinking about it in the first place. I button my shirt and reveal my skin. What's wrong?
今何か聞こえなかったか？
Huh?
相変わらず人の気配はしないけど。ターくんこっちの方に来てるのかな？
Cue that music. Ah, crap, oh crap, oh crap! be impossible to come up with an excuse with my nips collaborating with the open air. Have to find a place to hide. The window, maybe? Nah, I've got to fix these buttons before going outside.
注目こっちじゃ
That's
早くせい
fine. Shut off my brain and follow her.
あ、やっぱり開いてたけどたーくんどころかかりんちゃんもいないね。電気がつきっぱなしなのにかりんちゃん
Phew. Except you have a fucking drug dog sitting right here. That is sigh of relief as I watch music and she on through the crack in the door of the plus call. But now here we are. And a situation fit for fiction. Karin and I are hiding inside the cleaning tools cabinet.
ほら狭いぞ注目
That's a tall order. Why'd you have to hide in here with me in the first place?
おう
Don't own me.
もう入ってしまってるものは仕方ないじゃろ
I suppose.
わあ本棚難しそうな本がたくさん並んでるかりんちゃんこれ全部読んでるんだろうねはあすごいなすまん一冊も読んでおらぬ
Exemplary literary club member. How long do these girls intend to stay here anyway? Are they waiting for Karin? This can't go on forever. They'll discover us eventually if we keep hiding here. At least it's only Mizuka and Shione. Those two are the only ones who would remotely believe my BS in the worst case scenario. But I've got to erase all the remaining evidence. Master Karin.
なんじゃ
Can't let them see my chest like this. Could you make some space for me to rebutton my shirt? Is how I want to finish my sentence. However,
何を言っておるのだ
Huh?
中木目がまた靴に乗りおって
no, I just want you to help me fix my shirt.
じゃが今回の件はわわわにも責任の一端があるしな
What are you mumbling about?
致し方ないかこんなサービスめったにしないんだからな
And she proceeds to... Karin? Karin's slowly licking all around my bare chest, and I feel the need to do this now. You dork, the ink's bad for you! Spit it out!
消してほしいんじゃろ
I never asked you to...
いいから黙っておれわわわに任せよ
You feel her kissing my chest over and over again. Your drawers are like... Oh, okay. You don't need that. Suddenly feel like I'm in a dream. Okay, you don't need that. Don't need any of that.
中木の心臓早金のようになっておるぞこういうの嫌いではない
It seemed awkward to attempt to shift bodies a little to what I was trying to hide. Okay. Just for a moment to me at a loss for what to do.
痛がすぎるぞ
She just gave... okay. That don't
Mate.
need that.
だからな
Or at least somewhat removed now. Funny enough, it's the bottom and the top. It's sort of like slowly working down or slowly working up. There's just fucking weird fucking alternating going on. This, you know what? I'll just fucking do this.
あ、しおねちゃんあそこに掃除道具入れなんかあるよ
It's like someone just dumped a bucket of cold water on me out of
ちゃんと
nowhere.
中入ってるのかなちょっと見てみようか
Karin!
安心せ消してから扉が開かれるまでファワーの計算では 0.2 秒も猶予が
You think that would change anything? Send acceleration is after burn. Okay.
中にほうきとか雑巾がどれだけ入ってるかかけようかそういうのはちょっと
Just seconds later, the two girls reached the closet where Karin and I are concealed. The only thing shielding us from detection now is a flimsy door.
中から何か出てきたりしてそ そういうのやめてよ。じゃあ開けちゃうね。
Futile though it may be, I tried to embrace Karin, hoping to somehow protect her. Then,
びっくりした。あ、みやびちゃんからだって。はい、もしもし。わかった。了解です。じゃあ後でね。たくみさん見つかったんですか？逆。見つからないから一度集合だって。もしかしたらかりんちゃんも先に戻ってるのかも。それなら戻ろっか。でもタワくん、ほんとどこ行ったんだろう。
I'm saved. It's difficult to exaggerate the sense of relief I got from being released from the closet. Peek outside to ensure no one is around before locking the door.
ギリギリじゃったな。
Eyes still glazed over, Master Karin seems to have somewhat come back to her senses. Close to seem to begin to cut it. That was absolutely insane. Like for real. Can't believe you chose to seduce me at a time like this.
弱くなどしておらぬ。ほれ、綺麗に消せておるじゃろ。
He's right, indeed. All the ink has vanished and my skin has returned to its usual color, except for a weird sticky sensation created by her dried saliva. Sheesh, didn't I tell you not to overdo it? Show me your tongue.
なぜじゃ？
To see if you've got ink in your mouth. Well, I'm pleased she's listening to me. I wish she had given more thought to the execution. Transparent saliva forms several strand lines. Oh, okay, we don't need that. Good, nice and clean. That said... Oh boy, he's immediately fucking going in. Immediately pushed my tongue into her mouth. I did it for a singular reason. So freaking turned on. We don't need this. It's fine for...
さすがに舌がだるいんや。
I guess it's my turn next.
ここでか？
Sorry, but I can't bear it anymore.
そうなのか。
Then the shame on her cheeks continues with a voice barely louder than a mosquito's hum.
実はワワワもそのして欲しかった。
It's still technically fine. I'm gonna be skipping here now, though. See you after the sex scene. They done fuggin'. Are trying to be the victim now? Give me a break. Oh right, she said how did we end up this way? Give me a
ワワ
break.
ワの魂結合術式に問題はなかったはずじゃ。
I'm sure that ritual of yours was the root of all our problems. We're just having a little difference of opinion, trust me. And what even is this soul-burning ritual?
重木、貴様そういうことを言うか。
To be honest, I'm well aware that the root of all my problems is how both Karin and I have been overly impetuous ever since we started going out. What happened today was a good wake-up call. We, or at least I, have to hold some decency and moderation in this relationship. When I'm racking my brain to arrive at a noble resolution, Karin seems to have come to a different conclusion on her
これ
own.
もワワワの万能さが招いた事態か。
Where did you pull that from? Your wisdom is truly beyond what that of a mere mortal, dear
軽
master.
々しく思いついたことが実現できてしまう。広く底のない力が原因なのだろう。もう少しワワワは自分自身を見つめ直す必要があるのかもしれぬ。
So is she going to tidy up her lore or something? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Perfect, in fact.
重木もそう思うか？
Of course I do. Not to mention that should help her kill some boredom and therefore come up with a few excuses to start something naughty.
そうか。では重木にも手伝わせてやろう。
No, I don't think. Yay, I'm super happy to help you, master. It's super easy to read expression. It's too easy, in fact.
しかし、同じわだちは踏まぬとしても、重木、ひいてはワワワもだが、皆の者に目をつけられてしまったな。どうする？
As long as we don't do anything silly like we did today, I don't think there's any reason to keep our relationship a secret from them. Remember we should...
大体まだバレてないって思ってるのが私たちを舐めてるって話だもんね。
この場にあの2人がいないことでほぼ確信していたことが確定になったってとこだね。
まあ私は見てもう分かってたけど。
そっか、ターくんとかりんちゃん本当に付き合ってたんだ。
たくみさん、かりん、七里くん。
一部お葬式になってるわね。まあまあ先輩、若い頃の付き合いですから案外すぐ別れちゃうかもしれません。
縁起でもないことおっしゃらないでください。
ちゃんと応援はしてるのね。
それにしてもあのキスマークは結局何だったんだろうね。
何それ何それ。あれはだからわわわ様だからでしょ。
どういうこと？
吸血鬼とかの真似事して血を吸わせろーとかって噛みついた後とかじゃなきゃ本当に。
まあさすがにね。
だよね。
まだ早いです、本当に。
何ですか？
しおねちゃんはいい子ね。
なんだか納得いかないんですけど。でもこれから2人とどうやって接していけばいいのかな。
普通通りでいいでしょう。
そう、私たちが気づいてないって思ってる分ちょっとからかう風味でね。でこっちの気が済んだらちゃんと祝福してあげるってことで。
And thus, the most evil scheme was brought about right on the site the little restaurant called Mermaid. Alas, it took me and Karin quite a long time, almost too long to learn about it. It's right before lunchtime on a day off. Actually, it is almost midnight on a day before I have work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye bye.